There'll be if that team has a dome, there's a potential for a push there. They think the crypto has dealt with most of the threats once that caustic ult has gone down. We've got some rotation on the way as Kungana seem to be very much in the sky at the moment.
And look at Amaz of Totem. Just the lone person roaming on in, hoping to rat their way to some kill points here. But you're right, Kungana up to the sky, using that second Valkyrie ult for rotation again. But they find themselves on top of a building, but a very visible building, so have to be careful here. Obviously, they have the Gibraltar Dome Shield, which will keep them protected. They're in the next ring. Kungana is able to rotate just barely on the edge of this ring.
Yeah, but they are really being targeted. They're going to have to force their way into somewhere. They're in a lot of trouble now. Major pushes are as well, as we see the defensive bombardment come through. See how much time is left on this dome. Getting the bats up for now. The bombardment's finished though, so that'll give them a breath of fresh air. And then the Eva Raiders coming through. Sleep trying to do what he can. Major pushes now, trying to stay alive here as they are all without any armor whatsoever. They're going to have to focus on these kills and go for a fast armor swap. Have to kill some of these down plays if they're able to survive. He's got red armor now as he goes for, I think, what could be the last player here. Down to the taps of the scout. He just can't connect with any of the shots. Having to hide behind the opponent's shields as well. It gets very awkward, but he gets there eventually.
It's Zippeth or Shiv or Div. I can't remember which one it was. I don't know which one it was. I think it was Shiv on Bangalore, who almost just did the unthinkable, almost did him dirty, but the third party comes through. Meanwhile, Maybe is just, I think, down and out of this one. Gonna probably give up in that fight. It looks like Sanya connecting for a kill at the top right of your screen with the charge rifle. So Major Pusher survives that scrum over towards boxes. They're able to survive for now, but they did take a casualty. Fido out of this one. 13 squads remain, and this next rotation is going to be killer, right? We have so many teams that are going to be coming from the fragment side that have to rotate, and only a few are going to survive.
More problems for Kungana as their Jibby gets downed. Got to heal up for the time being, and then they'll see if they can get a res. Not sure how close the other threats are, if they've got the space to do this. Obviously, we can see that 69 IQ used to be in this position, but they have since moved on. One way or another, that is. Can they get the revive in? Just checking if there's anybody close, and they'll go for it in the corner. See if they survive. The door of opportunity has been opened now. That ring is starting to close very quickly. Well, it will be in 10 seconds. So they've got time to heal just before they got to get a move on, but I think they're going to get a very brief break from this action.
Yeah, just a visual bug there when reviving. Seems like the ring is closing. Let's go ahead and jump into a listen to know our second of the game with Kungana. Another Valkyrie rotation inbound.
What about top of the roof?
Yeah, maybe top roof. Are we dead?
No. They're going top roof. What about behind this?
Sure.
Oh, fuck.
No.
What about behind there?
Yeah, here.
Yeah, behind there.
Yeah, sure.
On the ping.
There's a team here, No, it's not free.
Oh, fuck, it's not. It's a guy there.
Yeah, it's a full team.
Oh, they were hiding in the other corner.
That's the risk and reward, just the risk in this scenario for Kungana. People think that Valkyrie ult is an easy or free rotation. Far from it, especially if you're rotating late. That's what's going to happen.
The banners, although I don't see a res coming in a ring as small as this. Deleted by the shotguns, had absolutely nowhere to go, doing circles. But what direction can you really take there? There's no safe haven. There's no cover, no shelter for him whatsoever. And we're down to 9.
Yeah, take a look at our teams remaining here. We have Scars and Guild, both showing some life. Maestro, who's in the top. Rotate and look at this ring where it's pulling. It is complete no man's land, not any cover.
Them outside. They found a corner where maybe they can survive. Perhaps they're healing up in the ult, I'm not sure. But two people sharing this structure, I don't think this is going to last for long.
They wish they had frag grenades right now to just bank off that wall. It looks like they don't, but they did so much damage. I'm curious as to why they didn't push that fight Maybe a little indecisive for 69 IQ. We had to listen to them last week where we saw some indecision, but they decide not to push it. We'll see if it ends up costing them, as this team is certainly healed up at this point right above them.
Yeah, and they're so exposed to the windows downstairs, and Redragon are also exposed.
Yep.
First place and third, looking for another potential deep run with 9 squads remaining. But first, they've got to deal with the situation. You've got that fast drill of the R99, full gold R99, rather you than me, buddy. Somehow they're all still in, and maybe there'll be an informal acceptance to just chill. You guys stay down there, we're going to stay up there. But it's time to get moving as that ring starts to close. 7 squads somehow remaining as Rubric does what he can. The dome is up now. We'll see how long he can survive, because that ring's going to make it smaller and smaller. He's got the tiniest gap with which to heal. The defensive bombardment coming through, and this is getting very busy indeed.
Wow. Crazy turn of events here. So final ring, we have a Oreo stacked cookie between Redragon and 69 IQ. Right below them, we have Maestro alive. We have a few teams in the vicinity and in the distance. And as I say, Maestro, they find themselves under duress. They're going to be tagged up. Caustic, of course, going to certainly help them with Kron in this scenario. 2 teams right to their right need to be very, very cautious, because if Redragon realizes they're there, they can third party and end their parade real quick.
Rats are hiding behind the smallest car, just watching all of this happening, if I'm not mistaken. We've got all kinds of grenade damage coming through as Maestro are going for a home invasion. Redragon still in here. The Mastiff is going absolutely nuclear, and there are boxes everywhere. We've got people getting boxed up like chicken wings, 69 IQ included. Quick revivers. There are more issues coming through now. I think we might have another team going for a push, and now comes the defensive bombardment. I'll give them some breathing room as they can potentially heal, but let's not forget they are next to a window. The Mastiff doing yet more now. The crab watches on as more boxes are made outside.
And that was a game of pop the weasel right there for Kerry Rubik. Just pop, pop, pop with that Mastiff. He's going to continue through, finding an opportunity. Guild nearby. Guild with a huge game potential has the chance to just third party this entire fight. So 2 teams fighting, 4 squads remaining. I believe one of them is a rat, and they're going to spot him. It's going to be that final Gibraltar, I believe, of Maestro. No, it's going to be Rat's Tolkien. He gets taken out. 3 squads remain.
Rats is still in there the entire time. Maybe they've done enough for this game. We need some heals, we need some shields for Redragon, and there isn't really the space to do it. There are opponents coming through from everywhere, trying to hide in plain sight behind the thermite, get that battery up, and in the meantime, we've got people trying to almost leave the server in a different way. I'm not sure where they're going, but there's all kinds of bleed outs. We've got colossal problems here as we go down to the last 2 squads. 4 gang, where have they been?
Yeah, in the distance is where they've been. Now they have a 3v2, a perfect opportunity to win this game for them. The Caustic Ultimate's going to come through. The damage is in. It's Roby up to do great damage with that Caustic and with that Ava 8. Horizon trying to do everything possible to stay alive, gets the shield swap, but it's too much from 4 gang. They will shut it down, and they are your champions of game number 5.
4 gang from out of nowhere, taking that last game. Beautiful stuff. I love these rings. They're open and they're brutal, and they're giving very few places to hide. We had Rats ratting true to their name towards the end there, but 4 gang doing a great job surviving towards the very end. Very strong game from 4 gang to take